As much as we love Mobile Legends releasing new heroes every now and then, we can't help but see that some heroes that they release are much stronger than the rest. The meta keeps changing and such, and sometimes some heroes are actually better than the other ones. I mean, come on. It's not like only Mobile Legends has this trait. Like, every other MOBA games have this trait. But then again, there's these heroes that are fucking overpowered little cunts that shouldn't be existed in the first place. Moskov. Moskov nowadays is shunned and I think a forgotten hero nowadays. But in his earlier days, in his premier form, he was one of the most powerful little shitheads that ever existed in this goddamn platform. I mean, he's so unbalanced. He's one of the fastest farmers in the game and reached late game in around, 5 minutes into the game. He is a supreme lane clearer because of his passive dealing so much freaking damage. Thank God they nerfed this guy to the ground. I mean, he's still good if you play him good enough, but still. Hey, I have a question for you. How long have you played this Mobile Legends thing? I mean, do you remember this fucking cunt? This flying little shithead that can't be killed, that can fly around and just kill you whenever you just alone. Yeah, this hard to play little shit was one of the most overpowered piece of shits that ever existed in the game. Fanny can just spam his freaking second all day long. It's like you're playing in practice mode with God mode on. Like, it's impossible to catch up with this hero because she's so freaking mobile. And what the fuck were they thinking? Thank God they nerfed this one to the ground. Okay. Listen to me for a second, guys. So, I know this channel is just fun and comedy and shit like that. And games, but hear me out. Moonson, listen. What the fuck were you thinking about releasing this overpowered little cunt? I mean, this guy is one of the most annoying shit upon release. He deals so much damage like a physical mage. He has 2 immunities and a fucking ultimate that has low cooldown. Like when you're done with your freaking abilities, I could you not, your ult will be ready in a second. Because fuck long cooldowns on high damaging ult. Am I right, Moonton? But as much as we hate these 3 heroes, no one could ever compare to this monster.
I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me.
No, I ain't talking about that freak, alright? He's not here, is he? How do I get this fucking thing off?
One shudders to imagine what inhuman thoughts lie behind that mask. What dreams of chronic and sustained cruelty.
You can't catch me.
It was over a year since Harith was first released, and oh boy, let me tell you how much of a mistake that was. To all people who was lucky enough to avoid this guy on his release, let me tell you about my experience. It was a complete nightmare. You know what's worse? Is that Muton didn't know how to actually kill this little shit. For the past couple of months, this piece of shit cannot die. Even though he got nerfed so many times, he's still coming up, reigning supreme for 2 fucking seasons. 2 fucking seasons before already brain dead. Like, what the